guys, welcome back to the Panda series. In the previous video, we learned Pandas basics, data selection, filtering and data cleaning. Now in the Pandas part 4, we are going to learn GroupBy. It is one of the most powerful tools in Pandas. And GroupBy helps us to answer questions like which product sells the most, what are the totals and averages, or what category performs better, all that. And we will go step by step using a simple dataset. At the end, we will visualize one result to understand the analysis better. Don't worry, we are not learning Matplotlib deeply yet, just a simple visual. Okay. So before that, I named the series as GroupBy and Data Analysis, and you can name your file. This code will be available in my GitHub. Okay. So let's start. We can start with import pandas. So we imported pandas library. PD is a short name. So to make the code easier and smarter, maybe pandas help us to work with structured data like tables. So whenever you get a question from my interviewer, you can answer that way. So when we want to make some tables or do some operations in table, we can definitely go with pandas. And now we are going to create a sample sales data set. So I will create it now. As we always do, we create a data set using a dictionary and then we gave it to the df and it's stored there. We run it. Now we can see it. Okay. So we created a sales data set. Each row represents a sale, which product or the product name, region, sales, amount and quantity. So this type of data set is very common in real companies. Because of that, we choose this example. So right now the data is fixed. We are seeing rows, but we don't know what sales or total sales per product or average sales per region, nothing. Here our group by help us to summarize data by category. Okay, there are so many categories. So with the categories with numerical values, we can do that. So the group by in the product column, we are using the product column and the sales column here. We can now submit df dot group by product and then sales dot sum. So here the group by product, what happens here? In this, it will group rows of product with the names. Okay. And then select the sales column. We selected the sales column. Now how it happens? There are laptop, tablet and phone. There are three groups of product that are laptop, phone and tablet. We group it and then we take the sum of the sales. That's how we done here. We just call the product and then in the square bracket we mentioned the scales. Afterwards we used a dot sum function at the end. So we get the product information, the total count of sales for each product. Okay. So now we clearly see the total sales per product and the sum add all the sales values for the product. The sales, select the sales column. Okay. Hope it is clear. Now we can group by with mean to get the average sales per region. So what we took here, we need sales definitely, and we are going to look about region. So just predict the code. I don't know if you can, but take a shot. Okay. We continue the code, group by a bracket, then region, just like before. We use sales in square bracket. At the end, we use dot and the function mean. So now we get the mean of both the regions. We can look here. There are only two regions, which is Asia and Europe. Because of that, we get only two outputs. Okay. And here we group data by region. We use the mean at the end of it. That will calculate the average sales. This helps to compare performance between regions. So here we can understand that Europe has the highest. What if we need multiple columns? So we can use GroupBy itself for multiple columns. Before that, we already learned choosing the multiple columns. Did you remember it? I believe yes. So df dot group by. Now we are starting a parenthesis and a square bracket, writing the columns we want. Here I am writing product and region. So followed by, we are closing the parenthesis here and starting the sales. Then we need to sum. We just use the sum function. So we get it like this. Now in laptop, in the region Asia, the total number of sales is 1200. In Europe it is 1500. So we get both of it, laptops and the both regions sales are displayed here, and we grouped by product and region together. This shows how each product perform in each region, so we can compare it easily. This is very useful in business reports, because while we are checking it, so we can make products for that specific place, or sale on that place will increase the production. So yeah, this is a great code. So if you have multiple columns, what will we do? We use a square bracket and the parentheses both. Okay. Now if there are multiple aggregations with AGG, that is aggregations. So aggregation function allows multiple calculations at once. Let's go. So df dot group by and product, closing the parentheses, start with dot AGG, open a bracket and a square and a curly bracket, then sales, okay, then sum, just place it in a square bracket. We need a square bracket. So we are going to perform two operations here, so we just need another operation, that is mean. Separate it by a comma again, then we are calling the quantity. I'm sorry, it's dark. Now here the aggregation allows multiple calculations at once, so we can calculate the total sales, average sales, and the total quantity sold. So this gives a complete summary in one step, so we don't want to go through all that code step by step. So we get everything in a table. Okay, so we get the sum, mean, and the sum of the quantities. So let's just run the df and understand the quantities. Here 5 the quantities are given here, and its overall sum is also displayed. Now we are moving to group by count to now know the number of records. Okay, so the count function tells us how many records exist per product, and it is useful for understanding how many transitions happen. So let's try using our product itself. Df dot product, we use dot count at the end. Df dot group by. So there are 2 for each of it, and now let's find how many products are there. 2 laptop, 2 phone, 2 tablet. So because of that we get the number 2 here. So we used dot count to know the number of records, I mean the number of products here. And it's a very important step, that is reset the index. We need to reset the index. For that, what will we do? We use total sales equal to df dot group by, and we use the product and sales dot sum total sales dot reset index, then done. Here the group by results often use the grouped column as an index. So reset index converts it back into the normal column and this makes the data easier to use and visualize. So what happened here? In the above code, we didn't find the index. So to give the index for each product, we use this reset index function here. So it will come with the index. And we need to sort group results. So for that, what will you do? We just df dot product itself, group by, then add products, sales, then dot sum, and again we need to use the sort values. So here I'm giving ascending equal to true. We can take it as false. So we sort the product by the total sales. This help us to identify which is the top performing product quickly. So here the top sales happen to laptop, then phone, and then the tablet. So we done sort the values, sum function, count, and aggregation, all that here. So you should go through all this again and understand how it really works. Okay. Other thing is we are going to do is GroupBy after filtering. So df square bracket df, and then open a square bracket again, region. If region is checking Asia, then dot GroupBy product sales and dot sum. So here is only the sales of our region Asia. Now first we filter the data for Asia, and then we apply GroupBy. This shows sales performance only in Asia. So what we do here, we used a df and started with the square bracket, then add another df, and we gave the region where we want to this is what we want to sort. So, and we assign Asia here. It check whether it's Asia or not, and group the sum of the sales happen in that region. So it's all for today. Before ending our section, I would like to give you a visual total sales per product in a bar chart form. So we are just importing Matplotlib. As PLT, and we are taking the total sales equal to df dot group by product, then space sales dot sum, and now we are giving total sales dot plot. Kind here we need a bar chart, so I'm giving bar, and then plot dot title as total sales per product, then plot dot x label as product, and y label as sales, and plot dot show. So what happened here, we are only visualizing the result, not learning Matplotlib deeply. Okay, this bar chart shows total sales of each product. So here we know it's laptop which has higher sales, and these visuals make you understand easier and faster. So we will learn the full visualization later in separate series, not this, but it will give you a satisfaction after going through this code. Okay, when we get a visual output, we will be more satisfied. Okay, And in this Pandas part 4, we learned how to analyze data using GroupBy. We learned data by product and region, and calculated the totals, averages, and counts. And finally, we visualized one of the key result. We only used the GroupBy, which is a core Panda skills we need to use. And in real world data analysis and business decision, it is very important. And in the next part, we will continue with more advanced data operations while keeping everything beginner friendly. So keep practicing, and I will see you in the next video.